Shalom, brothers and sisters. And there are few things I would like to discuss together. Number one is all about Africa. Africa, our continent. Africa, the land of our forefathers. Our land, I can say it. I'm so glad that you are listening to this program. It's just a reminder of what you know, of what you have heard. And for me, I'm just like a reminder. You know, sometimes you put something on your phone or you write something down to remind you. I'm here to remind you because you have heard this and you have seen it. Now is the time to act on what you have heard, on what you have seen. Number one, Africa is our continent. Is your continent, is my continent. And we love it so much. We cannot afford to continue the way it's going in Africa. We have many issues in Africa today, many problems in Africa because of we blame so many things, we blame so many people, and we forget to blame ourselves. We blame our leaders, saying that our leaders are doing nothing, are useless. They are not doing what they promised to do. Let me tell you one thing, maybe you've never heard about it. Our leaders, they are just there, but some of them are not leading. They have been led. Somebody's leading behind them, and they're just there only like a picture. So when you don't know about that, you'll blame them because they have no word. When you have been led, you cannot lead. If somebody's leading you, you cannot lead. That's the same things we have seen in Africa today. Our leaders are just there, but they are not leading. That's why you see sometimes they promise things, but doesn't work. Besides going to our leaders, there are many things that are happening in Africa today. We've seen all this rape, violence, wars, and all those things you can think of. And for me, when I think about these things, I feel so bad. I feel so very angry in my heart. And when I was sitting down and thinking and looking what went wrong in Africa, and I found that there are many things went wrong. Number one, we have disobeyed God. We disobeyed God, our Creator. We disobeyed His laws. And we are where we are today because of disobedience. Nothing a person who doesn't obey can do. And then when you disobey God, just make sure I know that there are many things will go wrong. And you can say, no, what about those other nations that doesn't obey God, but they are doing well? Yes, because there's a difference between the chosen one and those who are not chosen. Africa, we should know who we are. If you don't know who you are, you compare yourself to the rest of the world. We are not just Africa. We are not just anybody. We are the chosen one. That's why it is so clear. If we disobey, it's not going to be like others. It's going to be hard on us. So my point today is just, please, can we return back to our Creator, to Yahweh, God, the only living God, to our coming back King of Kings, the Messiah. Can we return back to Him and start fixing these things that has gone highway, these things has gone wrong? Here in Africa, we have many people today that who are educated. It's not like those years they were blaming us, saying we cannot handle anything because we know nothing. But today we are educated. We have many doctors. We have all those kind of people you can ever think of here in Africa. And if Africa is the richest continent in the world. When I travel outside of Africa, and I always hear this, it pains me to see that we are the richest continent in the world, but still look where we are today and how and where things are going. Please, my brother and sister, let's change the way of thinking. Let's change the way of doing things, and let's focus and let's do what is right. We need nothing, absolutely nothing from outside of Africa. We have everything we need here. We can sustain ourselves if we stand together, one mind, one thinking, one love. We will be able to make Africa a better place. And these are the questions I've been asking. What can make Africa again a better place? Is the things we do and the way we think of. We should take our mind out of thinking of people helping us from outside. Nothing. They'll give you $1, they collect $10 from you. Is that giving you? No. So all we need in Africa is to just think twice and let's focus on what things matters. Forget about things outside. Let's work on what we have, what God has given us, and we will make Africa a better place, a place where you'll say this is the place to be. For me, as you listen to this, it's just a reminder for things you know and things you have heard. So please watch and do what is right, work and study so we can be able to sustain ourselves without hoping for anything from outside of Africa. And we have been down and down every day because of our way of thinking. No more, as I said, and this will have to an end. We cannot continue like this. So thank you so much for listening to this. And there are more coming about Africa, and to the point that will reach that level that will say, yes, thank God, our Father, our Creator, we have made it, and through Him. So, shalom and all the best.